This is the Saturday, February 24th performance of Alice in Wonderland. And Mrs. Miller is working the crowd like a well-oiled politician. The narration is right there. That's all you get. Students should see how hard your teacher works. Of course y'all know, I'm sure. Actually, she's lifting her wallet as she goes along. That's what she's up to.
Wonderland. We have created Wonderland with the help of both the theater students and the art students. Please, in advance, for what you have seen as you walked into the theater, will you please give Mrs. Thomason and her art students a big round of applause. The montage of the magic without our art department. Thank you again, Ms. Thomason. In the late 1800s, Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland as strictly nonsensical entertainment for the children of that day. We certainly hope that we have faithfully interpreted the madness that he intended to be as fun for this piece. As Alice follows a little white rabbit with a very large pocket watch down the rabbit hole, her adventures get curiouser and curiouser, and nothing is quite what it seems in Wonderland. Our show lasts about an hour. We hope that you will be able to remain seated. In the case of an emergency, if you would please exit out the rear of the theater through the back doors. Our bathrooms, if you have not realized, are located behind our theater. We also have a bake sale that we will have in operation after the show. We certainly hope that you will visit there because all of the proceeds come directly to the theater department. We also ask that because our students work very close to the edge of the stage, that you take no flash photos during the show. If you would like for students or groups of students to pose after the show, show. They would be thrilled to come back on stage and give you the photo of your choice. But please no flash photos. VCR cameras are perfectly welcome during our show. As always, in a show this size, there are people who come in at the last moment and help us get it produced. And certainly tonight was no exception. We have had a large number of people, Mrs. Becker, Mrs. Bailey, who chipped right in to get these programs folded and stapled together just in the nick of the time of the show. We had a couple of other parents. Jalen Sweat's dad came by and wanted to know if there was just anything he could do, and that's always such a dangerous question to ask me, because I have a running list in my head all the time. And of course, I started at the top of the list, and I said, we need a new video. And then about 30 minutes later, Dr. Sapullo came by and wanted to know if there was anything he could do. So again, I started at the top of the list and told him about our need for a video camera. He paled and said, no, I meant like a menial chore. So he swept bathrooms for us. So anywhere from the top of the list to the bottom of the list, we are so appreciative of all of those who have joined in to help produce the magic of Alice in Wonderland.
I would also like to add one more thing to Miss Miller's list. We are using a strobe light for this show, and if you have epilepsy or anything related with the strobe light, we'd ask that you leave the theater right now.
helping myself.
I had better not catch you helping yourself to my tarts. Stealing tarts is a capital offense. I keep an executioner close by at hand to behead anyone caught stealing tarts.
Oh, please don't behead me, Your Majesty. I'm very anxious to get home and see Dinah. She's my cat.
To get home? Why, you silly creature, you can't go home. Only royal persons are allowed to go home.
I must become Queen Alice just to leave?
Certainly, you foolish child. And you shall have many strange adventures before that happens. Every adventure in Wonderland is a necessary step. First, you must travel across Wonderland until you reach the border of Looking Glass Land. Then you must travel square by square on yonder giant chessboard until you reach the 8th road. Then and only then will you become a queen and you may go wherever you wish.
That sounds very confusing.
You had no business being here in the first place.
Yes, ma'am, and I never shall again.
Come to the croquet game this afternoon. Mind your manners and don't be late, or I shall have your head chopped off. Tally-ho, let's go!
She's not me to mind manners. How very curious everything is today. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, sir.
Oh, it's you again. You met the Queen of Hearts, have you? Did she ask you to play croquet?
Yes, she did, and very discourteously, too.
Oh, I should go if I were you. It's very dangerous to play games with Her Majesty.
But she threatened to punish me severely if I
She
didn't.
will. Her Majesty has a dreadful temper.
Off with her head!
She told me not to be late, but she didn't say what time the croquet match was to begin.
Get there as soon as you can. She will decide for herself whether you're late or not.
Oh, sir, I think I shall be about to cry. Could you tell me
No time, no time. Oh, the Duchess. Won't she be savage if I kept her waiting?
Off with his head!
No time.
Oh, sir! Sir, you dropped your hat! Sir! Oh, I'm so afraid and homesick. If I'm not who I was, then who am I? I must have changed over the night. Oh, it's getting so slippery underfoot. I must be wading in a pool of tears. Soon I'll be up to my chin in salt water. Oh, help! Help! I'm drowning! Stop this, Larry! Good gracious, a mouse! We'll both be drowned. Mouse, do you know your way out of this pool? Oh, she won't listen. I know, I'll call Cat. Cat! Oh, I beg your pardon.
Would you like cats if you were me?
Oh, don't be angry. I wish you could meet Dinah. She's such a dear, purring by the fire. Oh, I beg your pardon. Are you fond of dogs? Oh, Master, we won't talk about cats or dogs if you don't like them.
Let's go to that stump over there, and then I'll tell you my history. You'll understand why I hate cats and dogs then. Mine is a long and sad tale.
It is a long tale, certainly, but why do you call it sad?
We live beneath the meadows, warm and snug, fat, but with wind blowing. That was a cat. When the cat's away, the mice will play. But also one day, so they say, came a dog and cat, hunting for a rat, squished the mice all flat. You're not paying attention.
I was paying close attention.
Grr, you can't talk to me like that.
Oh, please come back.
Let this be a lesson to you to never lose your temper.
Oh, I wish Dinah were here. She'd get that mouse back again. She's such a capital sack for catching mice. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, sir, I'm very desperate to get home. Could you just tell me the proper road to take?
The Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, my dear paws. Oh, my furry whiskers. She'll be executed. She'll have carrots or carrots.
Not a bit. Who are you?
Well, I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why? Come back. I've got something important to say. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So you think you've changed, do you?
Yes, I can't remember things as I used to.
Repeat the poem.
Your old Brother William, the young man said, and your hair's very white. But yet you always stand on your head. Do you think at your age is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it would damage the brain. But now that I'm sure that I have none, I do it again and again.
That's not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid.
It was wrong from beginning to end. Now, what size do you want to be?
Well, I would like to be a little larger.
If you're determined to grow taller or shorter, you must break a piece off the edge.
The edge of what?
The mushroom, of course. It's magic. Do as I say, girl.
Now, this will make me larger or smaller?
Whichever you like. Just nibble and make a wish.
I just nibble and wish?
Not now,
But when?
when the time comes. Now tell me where you're going.
I'm going to the palace to play croquet. What are you laughing at?
I wouldn't go there if I were you. Not if you ever want to go home.
What makes you say that?
Many of people who go to the palace never go home. They lose their heads over it.
But I've done no harm to anyone.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen of Hearts to play. Okay?
From the Queen of Hearts, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet. Croquet, huh? An invitation to the heading is what this is. And that for two reasons. The first, because I'm on the same side of the door that you are. And the second, being that they're making such a noise inside.
How am I to get in?
There might be some sense in your knocking if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside, you could knock and I could let you out, you know.
But how am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That is the first question, you know.
The way these creatures argue is just dreadful. It's enough to drive one crazy.
I shall sit here on and off for days and days.
But what am I to do?
Whatever you like.
Oh, he's perfectly idiotic. There's no use talking to him. I'll go round to the kitchen. This way. Get in.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen of Hearts to play croquet.
The Duchess is busy.
There's certainly too much pepper in that soup. Could you tell me, please, why your cat grins like that?
It's a Cheshire Cat. Don't you know? You've never heard the expression, grinning like a Cheshire Cat?
I never knew cats could grin.
You don't know much, and that's a
depends on where you want to go.
I don't care where,
Then it doesn't matter which way you go.
as long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that. If you only walk long enough.
What sort of people live around here?
To the east lives a Mad Hatter. To the west, a Mad March Hare. Visit either you like.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
But how do you know that I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't be here.
This certainly is a very strange country.
Perfectly true. No one you meet here is quite what he seems, even to himself. That's why they call it Wonderland.
It's a very frightening place, and I wish I'd never come.
No one will harm you.
Truly?
Yes, truly. Except, of course, the Queen of Hearts. She's the most bloodthirsty queen that ever lived. Make an enemy of her, and you're doomed.
That's what I was frightened of.
Are you really going to the palace?
I may, or I may not.
If you do go, you may see me there, or you may not.
Oh, I wish you'd stop appearing and vanishing so suddenly.
Bye-bye.
Well, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat is most curious. Oh, I hear the tinkling. There's plenty of room. I'm larger. He's the actor. Have some wine.
muchness. Have you ever heard of making much of muchness?
Now that you ask, I don't think I ever have.
And then you shouldn't talk about it.
You're much too rude. I should have gone to Queen of Hearts' croquet party.
You mean to say you're invited to play croquet?
I was.
And you didn't go.
Not yet.
You must go here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go.
Take them to a big mulberry bush. They go around the mulberry bush.
And then you'll see the royal croquet ground on the left. Now just go.
Excuse me, is this the way to the croquet party? I don't believe they can speak.
If you think a waxwork's hard to pay, waxworks were meant to be looked at for nothing, no how.
Now, Mike, you think what I've got to address us by name?
Tweedledee and Tweedle.
Stop!
That's enough for one doctor.
You're not real, are you?
You must be dreaming.
I'm not dreaming.
Then maybe we are, and you're not real at all.
That's right. You please, why don't you go out? Bang! Okay.
But I am real.
You don't make yourself a bit realer by crying.
If I weren't real, then I wouldn't be able to cry.
Oh, do you think those teeth are real?
Oh, that's nonsense.
You shouldn't think so much about yourself. Do you see that?
It's just a ducky. Nice and new.
It's spoiled, of course. He did it.
You shouldn't be so angry about a new ducky.
Of course. You agreed to have a battle?
I suppose, if she'll get us ready.
If you really must have a battle.
Right, Alma, come on. Need time now. Come on. Now my helmet. Come here, my helmet. Let's hold it.
I'm waiting. My armor, my helmet, my sword. You're slow. Has anyone ever told you that? Are you in the special class? Oh, move it along. About time.
Such a stupid thing to fight about.
I wouldn't have minded so much if it hadn't been a new one.
I didn't mean to touch it no way.
You did it on purpose.
I didn't!
Do I get out?
A little.
Oh, well, I'm very brave, generally. Only now I've got a headache.
Yeah, well, I've got a t-shirt.
Then you shouldn't fight today.
But I'll have him think I'm a coward.
I don't think I'm a coward.
I'm sure you're both brave, generally.
What time is it now?
But after 4, I think.
Well, let's fight to fight. Then we'll have tea.
Take my eye off you for 1 minute and you get lost.
Oh, don't scold me, Cheshire Cat. I must have taken a wrong turning.
Remember, whatever happens, don't offend the queen.
I'll certainly try not to.
Or
Wait!
Are you hurt?
Oh, look. That's a good fight, Pete. Good fight, Doc. Shall we have tea now?
I'm ready. But tomorrow, I'm gonna knock your block off.
No, how? No way!
That's the strangest fight I've ever seen.
oh, that's strange. Wait till you see the queen's croquet game.
Oh, I wish you'd stop appearing. I wish you'd wait on me.
Yeah,
giant one by mistake. If the queen was to find out, we'd all have our heads cut off. You know?
Next way,